minutes. They got to get their efficiency looking good. They gotta look appealing to trade. And
Right.
so my ego got in the way,
Hmm.
and I'm like, man, I'm trying to chase championships. Oh, I love Phoenix style of play, so that's how I ended up in Phoenix, was chasing championships. If I had any type of common sense, I'd have stayed my butt in Minnesota and learned and grew and played the humble role, and then came out and beasted the next year.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
ain't do and I ain't
Right.
do that. So lesson to anybody listening to this, young athletes going through it, current pro athletes, college athletes. It's a business.
Hmm.
Now in college, it's a business. So college and pro athletes particularly, it is a business. Stay the course. Whatever your goals, aspirations are, stay the course. If you get hit with a game or even a season where you don't play a lot, stay the course. Still go to the gym. Still show up. Still do the extra work. Still do the therapy and the rehab, because you don't know what God got in store for you. So all I did was slow down the timeline, thinking I could play
Right.
God basically, and do what I want when I want, move how I want, instead of being still growing up, working on my game, and then coming out even better the next
Oh my
season.
god, Mia. Yeah, and when you take a pic, I like the way you pose a special way. Can deal with petty shit, I never let drama get in the way. And you can deal with none of your problems, cause you rather run away. It hurts the most when your family tend to be your biggest pain.
Today on Fast Break Focus, we're joined by a true champion in every sense of the word, a two-time NCAA champion at Tennessee under the legendary Pat Summitt, and an WNBA champion her rookie season. She's the only player in history to win titles in the same year. But her impact goes beyond the court, from mentoring young athletes to advocating for mental health and equity in sports. She brings the same energy, grit, and heart that she had as a lockdown defender in the league to her game right now. Welcome to Fast Break Focus, Alexis Hornbuckle.
What's up, James? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good. That's good. So I like to really start where did your love for basketball start? Who were some of your influences growing up?
Well, I mean, it started with my dad, just always being in the gym from as literally as young as I can remember. My brother also played. We're 15 months apart. He's older than
Hmm.
me. My uncles were coaching, cousins playing. Like we were always in the gym.
Right.
Picked up a basketball and soccer actually at age 4 is when I started playing organized sports, and
Hmm.
I probably fell in love with the game. That I could assess those feelings, like, oh yeah, let me keep doing this at an
Right.
early age, probably around 6, 7, 8 years old. But around 8 to 9 is when I started to be like, oh, I'm
This
I'm
is
pretty
yeah.
good at
I'm,
this.
I'm I'm really
Yeah,
good at this. It's
yeah,
what did you was it a moment for you that clicked for you, or was it like a tournament you did really well, or is it a
yeah.
game?
It was a tournament back in the day. Like I said, I think I was around 9. It was YBOA Nationals in Orlando, Florida, which used to happen every year, and
Hmm.
we won it. And we were the first team from West Virginia to win it. And I ended up in Sports Illustrated faces in the crowd, and I'm like, "Hey, this is wild!" Like, because I mean, you're competing against every other youth player, right, in the nation. So you
Hmm.
get a chance to play against people who I ended up going through high school, middle school, high school, and college playing against, and even in the pros. So
Right.
just think, like, as a kid, once I could register, like, oh, this ain't West Virginia, we did all right. Like, yeah, I was
Right.
hyped after that.
So, is anybody that you remember back then? I know it was. I know that you said he was 9 years old, but is there anybody specific, anything specific stick out to that moment? Like, I remember this player when I coming up, or I kept in contact with this player.
Um, I mean, there's quite a few of them. The list is long.
Right.
Basketball and sports really do give you lifelong friends. Um, Tasha Humphreys and I was really close. She played at University of Georgia.
Hmm.
Candace and I have been close since we were kids. Of course, we played together at Tennessee.
Hmm.
A lot of us came up through the Nike Academy and Nike camps, right? So
Right.
people like Mel Thomas. I'm trying to think of all the names that came through because we were tight. You got Crystal Langhorn, Essex Garces, Matisse Ajavon,
Some real hoopers, by the way. A
Sylvia
lot of people might
Fowles.
not know these names, but these are real hoopers you're naming right now.
Yeah, Sylvia
Yeah.
Fowles, Candace Wiggins. I mean, it was just our class was crazy.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Charnay Zoll. I mean, we were all over the place. And y'all, please don't get on my head. My memory bad, but it's a whole lot of us that it's just all love because we've been playing with and against each other all of our lives, pretty much.
Right. So just to take it through the high school, you played with Renee Montgomery. Can you describe what high school was like that time period? Because I know y'all had it rocking.
Oh man, of course. Like Renee Montgomery, aka Mo. Like, yes. I mean, think about it. Just hindsight being 2020, right? Even if you knew nothing about us in high school, one goes to Tennessee, one goes to UConn. So that in and of itself says a lot. Now you put us in the same high school in the same AAU team. Oh, we cooking, right? I thoroughly I love playing with Renee. We're both high energy players, want to get after it on defense, can score at will, and very highly competitive. So we constantly stayed in the gym, making each other better.
Right. Was that time in West Virginia, was it easy for you guys running through states and running through everything? Was it easy for you guys?
When the games were called fair, it was easy. So it was.
I know
It
what you
was,
mean too. I know what you
yeah,
mean.
yeah. You know, they definitely evened out the playing field as much as they possibly could. But it was easier obviously than AAU or some of the Blue Star camps or the Nike camps and whatnot. But as far as just being a cakewalk in the park, not my entire high school level, but a lot of times, I mean, it's just a matter of like not only skill or athleticism, but basketball IQ, right? So that's what really set us apart. The other things were just a plus.
Yeah, yeah. In West Virginia, either you have the IQ or you don't. And
Right, right.
yeah, and it's easy to tell the teams that don't have that IQ where it's like, and we might be sitting in the second half, y'all. Go ahead, get what you can in the first half, because second half
It's
we
different.
done.
We done. It's different, man. And that goes to show. I remember playing a team. I think it was like 12 in Nashville at AAU Nationals. And they were from Maryland. Man, they was big, athletic, could go. I mean, my dad didn't even think we was gonna win. Type like, oh my
Right.
god, my first 3 shots got sent back. You hear me? I'm not used to that. Not girls. If I play against grown men, yeah, but not girls. I
Right,
mean,
set my shot back like that. Golly.
man, I'm pump faking. Oh my gosh, right? And then, I mean, they clearly had the speed, the size, and the athleticism as a whole. And
Right.
we just worked harder. We locked in on defense, and we outsmarted that team, right? We were in better condition as well, and ended up winning that game. But there's no way if you can't think the game, you're not going to be able to exceed at a high level.
I know, and we're definitely. I do want to get to basketball just a little bit, but I'm definitely going to ask about the mental part of the game because I know you're very, very much into that. But just
Oh
take
yeah.
us through. I know you spoke of some of the players that you play with, but do you remember the McDonald's All American game? Who was all in that game with you?
Oh, that was fun. Sade Wiley Gatewood, Candace Parker, Sylvia Fowles, Candace Wiggins, Matias Javon, Essence Carsons, Crystal Langhorn, Laura Harper, Alex Fuller,
I know that game was fun.
Nikki Anasiki,
I know that game.
Tasha Humphreys. I believe Mel Thomas is the same year as I am, or I was. Trying to think who else was in that category. Man, we were eating.
Yeah. And yeah,
our roster was crazy. Our roster was crazy.
For sure.
Yeah.
So just after all the McDonald's All-American game, why Tennessee? What were some of the other schools that were looking at you, and what made Tennessee the place for you?
I could have went anywhere I wanted in the world.
Hold on. Before you can start, we are a Texas Longhorn friendly podcast. I hope you see that. The real UT, by the way. So I want you to explain to the people at home why you didn't choose us. I'm just joking. Okay, of course, go ahead. Why Tennessee?
Hey, look, I'm glad we starting here. The real UT did not have to go to a different conference. The real UT stayed in the SEC, and then that team called Texas came to the SEC where they can no longer even try to even say UT. They are called Texas. Yeah, that's why. Because what we do, we are it. We are the standard.
Yeah, I'm a fan. You're a player. I'm gonna defer to you. How about that? How about that? You're way more invested than I ever was.
Listen. We set the standard. Y'all came to us.
I know
that
that's
lets
right.
You know who the real one is. You feel me? I ain't gotta say nothing else.
I'm not gonna edit this out, but I'm gonna edit this out.
Please don't. Put it out there. Uh, but no, I was blessed to be in a position to really be able to choose whatever school I wanted to go to.
Mm-hmm.
So it really came down to coaching, style of play, players that were there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, the standard, right? Do they have
Yeah.
a winning background?
Yes.
And coach, and what am I going to study, right? So I think I was around 12 years old when the documentary came out on Tennessee, Pat Summitt and the Lady Vols for the Cinderella season.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember that special, and I'm like, Dad, she crazy. I need to go play for her. Like, I want to go there. I'm going to Tennessee. Like, and so
Right.
like in sixth grade, I started bleeding orange and telling anybody that would listen, like, I'm going to be a Lady Vol. I'm going to play for Pat Summitt. Like, I'm going to play for Tennessee. Then I'm going to the NBA because at the time there was no WNBA. So
Right.
yeah, I was just really hyped. Of course, I went to a couple camps. I did a couple visits, but my heart was with Tennessee since
Tennessee.
sixth grade. Bro, I'm
So
39. I'll be 40 in October, and I'm still bleeding orange. You hear me?
I know that's right. So
Go Vols, baby. Let's go.
so when they offered, was it almost a this is it, or did you just look around just to give some looks, or was it just Tennessee when they called? It was everybody else. You might as well drop the phone.
Everybody else knew they might as well drop the phone, but they still recruited me. And it just like in business, it's I'm always open to a conversation. My parents taught me that early, so I definitely was. I went to an official visit at Duke, UNC, and did some unofficial visits or camps at other colleges and campuses. But everybody pretty much knew. I mean, anytime I'm around in the AAU gym, high school, I got orange on.
I
Now
see.
South Charleston
I
was
seen it under
orange.
your. I seen it under your shirt. I seen it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
seen it.
man. Listen, I always somewhere got Tennessee on me. Like, do I got orange on? Nah, that's white. I got white tee. But yeah, I keep the orange. I keep the orange on
Right.
me, man.
I know that's
And
right.
so it was just one of those things where I made it known,
Mm-hmm.
and I worked for it. And yes, I kept options open, but my heart was always with Tennessee Lady Boss. Really, I don't think anybody had a chance.
I know that's right. So, can you give us your favorite Pat Summitt story?
Oh man, I don't know about my actual like favorite I can give you, but I can give you one that
I
I
know
can
there's a
give you.
lot. I know there's a lot
I'm
that
just
can't be
playing. I'm
tough.
just playing. But Coach had a lot of stories. She's a great lady, funny lady. Yeah, I'll tell you one. This speaks to who she was and who I was. So
Mm-hmm.
we're playing South Carolina. It's my freshman year at South Carolina. I'm playing trash. That's what I was playing, like trash. Okay, I'm struggling. I don't know why. And so was the senior point guard. And Pat is getting on me.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, there's a free throw. She calls me back. Well, I can hear her calling me back, but you know how you do that, like kind of look out the corner of your eye, but you don't want to turn your head because you know it's about to be bad.
Yeah.
Right. So she gets my attention. I turn over my shoulder. She said, Hornbuckle, you look like you ain't touched the ball a day in your life. I said, well, coach, you recruited me. Boy, she took me out of the game so quick. A wrap. I was a professional clapper for the most of the rest of that game, boy. Like, that's just that's just
A
it speaks.
professional clapper.
Bro, hey, great job, ladies. Let's
Good
go.
job.
Man, she ain't even. She told me and Lori Moore we ain't even deserve to get back on the bus or
Mm,
the plane. Like, y'all need to
mm.
walk home. Coach
That,
was cutthroat. She ain't play.
yeah, that was that
She
tough
did
love,
not.
man. That was that tough love that we
That
all
was
hear
that tough
about.
love. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. There's coach. She was a very intense lady, and she just wanted to bring the best out of you. But she would definitely some of the stuff she say be kind of country and out of pocket. Don't make sense, or
I,
probably make sense. It's just like we don't get it. You know what
in
I'm
the moment,
saying?
yeah, you don't get it. It takes you a couple years for you to realize
Yeah, or
the
it's like a
meaning of it.
country reference, and it's like, what does that mean? You
Right.
know?
And I'm from West
So,
Virginia. I don't know what that means.
right, right. It's a different type of country dialect. I ain't used to this.
Yeah. So you go on to win multiple championships back to back. Of course, we upset about that. We're not gonna speak about that as a Texas fans. We're not gonna speak about that.
Y'all ain't have a chance, but go ahead.
So you end up getting drafted fourth overall. Can you speak on just draft night? What was that? What was so special about that night? I know it was very an emotional night for you. Everything that you worked hard for finally. You said it, sixth grade. I'm gonna go to Tennessee. I'm gonna go to the I'm gonna go to the NBA, but now it's the WNBA.
Then yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
can
Then the
what
dub
can
came around.
how could Can you describe that moment for you?
Yeah, honestly, it was so surreal and it was hard to fully wrap my mind around it because back then we played the championship game the night before,
Mm.
right? And so this is like Team No Sleep over here at the draft, right? My outfit was from Walmart because I'm thinking I'm gonna slide to the mall in the morning, but we went and we got like we are up crazy early, like 6, 7 in the morning to
Yeah.
do like ESPN interviews or something. I don't even remember what it was. I just know like I don't even know how I did it.
Right.
So when it's there, and of course you're excited, right? And it was pure joy and elation, and it's that sigh of relief, like, okay, all right, one step closer, right? Now it's about chasing championships in the W and records and trying to get overseas. So, the goals kept extending. But that feeling was just joy, elation, relief, and just like, what? Like, this real? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like you have to
but you
pinch
hype too,
yourself.
like, yeah, but in your head too, you like, yeah, this me. I put in this work, like I deserve this. But at the same time, it's like being from Dunbar, West Virginia. Like I'm from the bottom, I'm from the Motown, so like it's not a lot of us that. I don't think I know another pro from the Mo. So you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that right there is just that whole moment. It probably didn't really set in until I was overseas in Turkey in 2008, my first year overseas, and having more time and the time difference and being able to sit in it and process everything that just happened in a matter of 5-6 months.
Right.
So we're talking about winning, drafting, WNBA season, winning. 10 days, Turkey.
That's a lot.
No, 7 days. 7 days. It wasn't even. I didn't even get a full 10. 7 days. I'm in Turkey. So
that's a lot.
Yeah, and now I'm overseas for the first time. Well, the second time I'm ever out the country, but the first time ever by myself.
Right.
I don't know no Turkish. Like I'm trying to grocery stores, reading stuff. Bro, it didn't set in until like December of 2008. Like everything.
I was saying the championships in April. So you go April all the way through, and you gotta think you was grinding. It starts November, so you went a full year in a month of straight grind before you was able to sit down and be like, it explains why you're part of the mental part of it now. That explains a lot of it.
Yeah. To elite athletes, our mind works completely different and we're trained different. But at the same time, like it's always like you set your goals, and yes, you celebrate small wins and big wins, but at the same time, even when you get to that big win and hit that goal, okay, what's next? What's my next level of elevation? How do I continue to get better? How do I continue to stay on top and be one of the best, right? So I couldn't, the way I was now, if at this age and what I've been doing in this mental performance and mental health space, if I had that back then, I would have been able to process it in real time. And it probably would have felt even better than what it already did, right? But it took a long time, bro, for me to just like slow down and be like, do you know what you did?
I was just about to say, you're the only person to win a college championship and a WNBA championship in the same year. What does that mean to you? Like, just the mental part. What does that mean to you?
That's tough. That's just like, I obviously I was blessed to be in the right situations under the right coaches and leadership and the right teammates, right?
Right.
But also it goes to say like the work that I put into it, because I was a key part of both of those championships, right? So it was it just reaffirms like I'm not overly confident, but as my homeboy Big Bro VFL shout out Peerless Price, he said it's athletic arrogance. You earned it, sis. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I did that. Oh yeah, God did his thing with me. So it's one of those where it's like I humbly am like, wow, yeah, thank you. Like, yeah, that is crazy. I did that. And it's like, oh yeah, I did that. You best believe I did that. I was supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. So after the shock, you then get traded to Minnesota. And first, let's back up. Detroit basketball needs to come back. Can we agree on that?
Detroit basketball needs to come back, bro.
They need we getting all these expansion teams, Detroit
Well, you
basketball,
know it's in the
please.
talk though, right?
Huh?
You know it's in the talks, right?
I know it's in the talks, but how we getting all these other teams before we get them back? Or Houston?
Yeah, Houston should have been the first. We all know
That's what
that.
you see what I'm saying? Like that before
But
we got.
it comes, it comes down to the money, the investors, the
Mhm.
whoever, if somebody's not outright buying it, then it's gonna come
Yeah,
down to investor space. Because the landscape now, especially with the amount of money that's going into NIL at high school, especially the collegiate level, like if you're bringing a team into the W now, you thought you used to have money to lose back then.
you gotta have money now. Gotta have money
So
now.
I think a lot of these moves are going to be made strategically. I think Unrival probably
Mm-hmm.
expedited some things.
Mm-hmm.
They showed
Definitely.
the world, not just WNBA. They showed the world how women's professional basketball can be highly competitive, entertaining, and
Mm-hmm.
they can get paid accordingly.
For
And
sure.
it's still not $1 million check, but them ladies made in a short amount of time the same amount or more than they made from
Right.
their WNBA check.
You
So
ain't
I think
lying.
the teams popping up, I think that now outside world people with the deep pockets are seeing that there's the interest is growing and they're going to want to be a part of that. And
For
that's what
sure.
I'm hoping.
For sure. And I would love to see the growth of the game. I absolutely, absolutely love to see the growth of the game.
Oh yeah.
So back to you going to the links. You play with Maya Moore and you win your second ring. What is the difference between that ring and the first one?
Oh, James, man, I gotta be honest. That one was way different because I wasn't really playing. That's when I ran into the aspect of politics and business of professional sports for the first time.
Mhm.
It really started end of 2009, 2010, but I've really experienced it in Minnesota. So I really wasn't playing, and for me, that's the first time ever. Clearly, like I've never not played,
Right.
right, for no reason. Like if I'm not injured, I didn't get in trouble. Well, at least they didn't say I got in trouble. I was wild, but
They ain't catch me.
uh, they say that, they know. Shoot, James, I'm one of them real ones. Like, hey, look, yeah, I did go out, but I'm finna win every sprint. I'm sorry. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Yeah.
but it was different. I still hype, still happy, still a ring, still can't change history, right? My name will forever be a part of that roster and a part of that history. Minnesota's first WNBA championship to
Mhm.
the city. There's a lot of great things that came behind it. Uh, but the feeling wasn't the same, right?
Right.
And I don't want to sound selfish because I was hyped. I was celebrating. Like you could tell me I ain't win no championship and I wasn't a big part of it. You get what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
behind the scenes I was though. Being an over communicator, holding it down in practices, going hard at our veterans and our starters, pouring in positive talk, keeping everybody, high energy. So I
Yeah.
had a
Great
part to
teammate.
play. It just wasn't the part that I was used to playing.
Mhm.
Right. So for the first time in my career, I get smacked with that, and that messed my mental up, bro. Like it just tore me down because I can hoop. What we doing?
Right. Right. I
Yeah.
feel
To
good.
me, we from West Virginia. We keep it simple. I can
Right.
do this. This is my job. You gave me the job. I can
Right.
do my job. I can do my job well. Why are you not gonna let me do my job?
Right. I feel good. I look good. My jumper right. I'm showing up every day. You know what's the word? What's the play here?
And the play is this: politics and business. At the end of the day, it's a business, and
Mhm.
there's always somebody that answers to somebody until you're the one that owns
Mhm.
the team, right? So, um, it just came down to like needing to get other players or another player traded. So, they got to get those minutes. They got to get their efficiency looking good. They gotta look appealing to trade. And
Right.
so my ego got in the way,
Mhm.
and I'm like, man, I'm trying to chase championships. Oh, I love Phoenix style of play. So that's how I ended up in Phoenix, was chasing championships. Um, if I had any type of common sense, I'd have stayed my butt in Minnesota and learned and grew and played the humble role, and then came out and beasted the next year.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
ain't do, and I ain't
Right.
do that. So lesson to anybody listening to this, young athletes going through it, current pro athletes, college athletes. It's a business.
Mhm.
Now in college, it's a business. So college and pro athletes, particularly, it is a business. Stay the course. Whatever your goals, aspirations are, stay the course. If you get hit with a game or even a season where you don't play a lot, stay the course. Still go to the gym. Still show up. Still do the extra work. Still do the therapy and the rehab. because you don't know what God got in store for you. So all I did was slow down the timeline, thinking I could play
Right.
God basically, and do what I want when I want, move how I want, instead of being still, growing up, working on my game, and then coming out even better the next season.
Right. So just to move on past the playing seasons, playing, you play overseas, you play WNBA. Now you're retired and you are now in the United States. What is next? How do you stay around the basketball even though you're retired? When you first
Oh,
retired.
player development, man. I've been doing player development for like over a decade. I started doing it while I was playing.
Right.
In camps, clinics, but really just focusing on like group and one-on-one lessons, doing player development. And then I would do it with AAU programs and schools. And I can't stop. I can't stay away from the game. I love teaching the game, the fundamentals, the foundation, and then watching them progress and being able to elevate and give them the pro skills that's necessary to be an elite athlete. Um, and then on top of that, the mental performance coaching aspect of it. Uh, I mean, that's the game winner right there.
Mm-hmm.
80% of the game mental, right? So it's like locking into that. I'm watching this, pouring into kids in different sport, and you just
Right.
being able to see it. It keeps me close to athletes. It keeps me close to the game.
So you mentioned a mental health coach. Can you just speak on that just a little bit? What is that?
So it's mental performance coaching. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
have, like, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist. I didn't go to school to get my license. What I did was get certified, trained, and like mental health first aid credentials and whatnot. But mental performance coaching for athletes, it is really to tap into what do you need to do to get into a daily routine, to set your goals. Do you know about journaling? Do you know about self-care? Do you know about mindfulness? How do you get into your zone? What puts you into flow state? How do we get you in the flow state? How do we keep you in the flow state?
Right.
um and it's really tapping into everything that has to do with thinking the game, thinking about your performance, and then doing those things, right? So we go to the weight room, right? You have strength and conditioning coaches to get bigger, stronger, faster, right?
Right.
Physically. You got to train your brain. You got to train your mind. It's a muscle. Like we have to do those things. So we're very intentional, whether I'm working with a USA track and field athlete, soccer, men or women's, it don't matter, or a basketball player or football player. We started some of the basic things, like, number one, why do you play this sport? Whatever your sport is, let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people, well, I mean, I don't know. I've been playing it as a kid. Okay, do you like it? Do you love it? What are you trying to get out of it? Right. So it's making you really tap into your why, because we know if your why ain't big enough, you ain't gonna make it.
Not at all.
You're gonna quit, or you're not
Mm-hmm.
going to hit your fullest potential. Right. You're not going to hit that level of success that you possibly could if you know your why and you stay committed to that, right? So just vision boards, things that we don't typically teach or learn in school or have
Mm-hmm.
time to do in school programs or AAU programs, right? So it's just something I really take pride in, even as far as partnering with a local East Tennessee YMCA down here, and going to local high school. So just that aspect of the game, like, listen, to be good, you can be athletic, you can jump high, run fast, strong build, whatever. Even have great basketball IQ, but when adversity hits and adversity reveals character, who are
Mm-hmm.
you? How do you respond? How do we win when ain't nothing going our way? You get what I'm saying?
I
Like,
feel
how do
you.
I show up when I absolutely don't want to go to practice today? I don't even want to play in this game today, but I'm tired. It's a back-to-back. It don't matter. How do I show up, and then how do I show up and perform at my maximum level?
So what got you on this journey? Because this is very
My
interesting.
mental health.
Right.
My mental health, and knowing that I didn't have any resources or proper resources, and the conversation behind it, the stigma behind it, like, like you don't complain that you're not in it today, or something's off, or I just feel abnormally tired, or I'm irritated like for no reason today, right? Or I really could care less about basketball today. Um and it's just like, we're taught to, that's weak-minded. You got to push through. No days off. Uh, no, I'm about to go crazy is what's happening. So let's rewrite this narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started tapping in. I had to walk away. I retired in 2015, not because I could no longer play and my body couldn't do it. My mental health was at risk. My mental health
Mm,
was suffering. So I walked away from the game that I love and played since age 4 because of my mental health.
right.
So this is something I dove into as a personal journey to tap into who am I, number one, out as Alexis Hornbuckle, not Alexis Hornbuckle, the basketball player. Who am I? Because that loss of identity happens all the time to athletes when you
Mm-hmm.
retire, right? And it can
Mm-hmm.
make or break you sometimes. So tapping into that, tapping into why am I restless, like learned that I had anxiety, depression. So now it's like, what does that mean? What do I need to
Right.
do? Like, how is this going to affect my everyday life type, because it's
Right.
brand new to me. Um, and then continuing just that journey off and on. And it was okay. Even started medication, didn't like that, like made me feel too lethargic. It helped for a little bit, but I was too docile, I didn't like it. So I'm like just continuing doing the work. And then now about 4.5 years ago, one of my best friends and mentors called me, said, "Hey, I need you to come sit at the table at this athlete advisory board for this mental health company I just partnered with." Man, perfect timing, because I'm still like I don't want to be on this medication, but I know I need help. Like, obviously tapping in now, I know like, okay, things ain't all the way right. And so it was happened to be a ketamine company. So I went through
Mm-hmm.
ketamine treatment. And when I say that, audience, I'm not talking about special case street drug. All right. So y'all need to chill out. Don't judge me. Okay. This was, like a anesthesiologist nurse, like
Mm-hmm.
gave the ketamine. And my therapist is sitting in the room with me. Like, these were some of the most intense sessions, bro. It was life saving. Yes, Jesus Christ saved my life. Yes. But as far as what we have tools on this earth, ketamine saved my life because it helped rewire my brain. It helped me process things differently. It helped me understand myself a little better. And it also helped me regulate emotions.
Right.
Right. So, um, as a hood baby, like, you grow up play fighting with everybody. Like,
You
so
ain't lying.
happy, sad, mad, angry.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? We fighting.
We
Like,
fight about it.
it's like
Yeah.
friends, family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
We're gonna be
square up.
friends in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, get your butt up off this ground. Like, come on, stop playing. So it's good to a certain extent, but it's not great when that's how you respond to everything.
Right.
So it was just one of those things where when I really started digging deep, doing the work, and as I continue to do now, I mean, I probably knew this, but I've admitted to myself and went and sought help. So I have adult ADHD, bro. But doing the work and targeting specific things that kind of keep me from being consistent day to day sometimes, or doesn't allow my mood to stabilize. It was like, how do I do this without needing medication every day? How do I do this and be effective when I'm coaching or teaching the game,
Right.
or I'm getting my master's right now in sport management? How do I do that in a classroom? How do I do that when I'm speaking to corporations or businesses or teams, right? Um, and so just really desiring to be an elite person, my
Right.
mindset shifts. So I don't have preseason for basketball right anymore, right? I have preseason for life. I have preseason for my spiritual walk. Like, I have seasons. We all have seasons. So I just flipped it and said, I got to do this work if I'm going to be an elite person, if I'm going to be an elite player development coach, elite mental performance coach, an elite mentor. Like, I have to do this work. So as you see, I'm like very passionate about it
I was
because
about to
it's
say
personal.
you are. You know, your eyes are lighting up about this one. You are. I can tell
Yeah,
this is
man,
this is
it's personal.
passionate. You remind me of KG right
Yeah,
now when he
it's
gets all
personal.
excited and he gets all into it.
Yeah, it's personal for sure.
For sure. Now, and I love that. So, and it's what do you think the career of an Alexis Hornbuckle would have been like if she had somebody like an Alexis Hornbuckle in her corner?
Oh, it'd been scary, bro. It would have been scary. It would have been more than two. I tell you that. MVP list would have looked different for WNBA finals,
Mm-hmm.
regular season, all stars, even the Olympic team. Like, it was more. I was wild because I couldn't handle my emotions. So
Right.
I just want to go out. I want to party. I'm staying up. I can't. My sleep is all the way off. But because I don't sleep, but I'm driven. I'm still working hard. So I'm running really off fumes a lot of times.
Pure talent.
Pure gift.
Yeah.
Cause listen, I put the work in, and we know if talent don't work hard, it still ain't
Yeah.
gonna look the greatest all the time, right? Now
Yeah.
that was a gift. Yes, it was talent, but that was pure gift, and I did do the work, like I said. But I was doing the work not at 100%. If you
Right.
going out and you drinking and you partying and you staying up late and you're doing this regularly, like your body is not getting what it needs. You're not fueling your body right, so you're not getting maximum performance. So even though I was playing really well, there's another level that I could have tapped into, which would have been
Right.
scary for everybody. Probably scared me too. But
You was definitely just knowing you from West Virginia, and at your time you was playing, I was living in Boston, but because I have the West Virginia roots, just let you know, you had a fan up in Massachusetts screaming for you. You had two fans
yes,
of
I love it.
Massachusetts
I love
screaming
it.
for you every chance. I'm originally a
I love it.
Sparks fan, but when I seen you
That's
win,
okay.
yeah, I'm rival with you and everything, I guess. But but
You
I
are.
was
You
definitely
are.
cheering for you. And when my brother is a Spark, he's actually a Phoenix fan. So when you came to Phoenix, if we had access, we were young. If we had access to jerseys, he would have got it. He would have got it. We were
Oh
big
man.
fans of you. And when you say that it would have been scary, I know exactly what you mean. Some of my followers are young. Some of my followers just now get into women's basketball. But oh my goodness, turn on YouTube and look up Alexis Hornbuckle. You will see when she said that it is another gear, another level. She means it. She means it.
Man.
She means it.
Man.
But
Listen. My assistant coach, Nikki Fargas now,
mhm,
president of Las Vegas Aces,
mhm.
told me, number one, you can be a coach later, like you know this game. And then she said, Hornbuckle, you just before your time. And I'm watching how the game has been evolving for the past 2 years, and especially the past like 5 years. I'm like, that was my get.
Oh man. I can't even imagine what Alexis Hornbuckle would do right now in the game. Oh
I would
man.
love to be able to go out and be free and saucy and handles and ding without being seen as doing too much.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Cause
man.
that's the
Yeah.
game now.
I heard about you in high school. Let's put it this way. I heard about you in high school where you was a little bit more free, a little bit able to do your thing out there.
Yeah. That was fun
You
times.
are
Fun
a
times.
legend.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But another part of legend, your last name, it is legendary in the state of West Virginia. Sean, your
Yeah.
cousin Tristan, who is on an
Yep.
amazing path right now. Speak on the
Yep.
last name Hornbuckle. What does that mean to
Hornbuckle.
you?
Man, I took pride in it when we were kids, right? Like
Hmm.
we a Hornbuckle, we don't do that. Or we a Hornbuckle, that's what we do, right? That's something that's been ingrained since probably I was spit out the womb. And we all
Hmm.
kind of carry that trait of, listen, we want to be some of the most intelligent, helpful, driven and successful family, like period, people and family. So it doesn't matter what you choose to do, like literally if you look up, I mean, you just talked about me, Sean, and Tristan. Like when I
I was say I
in
didn't
high
even
school, my
mention a
brother,
whole bunch of other people.
man, Lil Mike was tearing it down. Like my brother was tearing it down. We playing in the high school championships after weekend after each other. Like it was crazy. And it just, we take pride in that name because we really are out to be some of the best in everything that we do as a person,
Hmm.
as business people, as students, as athletes, as parents, siblings, all of that. But also we take pride in serving the community, man. Like we want to see everybody grow. We want to see everybody shine, and we want to see it done fairly as possible. And we know that being in West Virginia and growing up in West Virginia, a lot of times it's you fighting an uphill battle before you even start. So
Hmm.
it's just a matter of like who we are. It's like, look, we built different. So follow the lead of the elders, right? Develop your own lane, your own personality, your own path, and then you go dominate that. And then you pass that down. And so like that means something. And we
Hmm.
hope to continue that, you know, for a lifetime.
And y'all are doing a great job of holding that name down. I must say that your whole branch, then the branch under you guys, the branch under that, y'all doing an amazing job.
Yeah, we in courtrooms, we cooking,
What?
we
Future
politicians about to
doctors,
have
yeah,
doctors,
yeah,
professors, other doctors, pilots, man,
yeah.
military, bro. We in there.
Yeah, the
We in
name
there.
Hornbuckle rings bells in the state of West Virginia. A lot of people
I
don't
love
know
it.
about West Virginia, what's in West Virginia, but I guarantee you step across that line and you say the name Hornbuckle. They're gonna say, which one? They're gonna say, which one?
Which one?
Which one you
Which
talking about?
one?
Because they're all
Yeah,
great and they're all amazing. And I'm not just saying that, I truly mean that. That if you go down
appreciate
and
you, man.
say Hornbuckle, it is amazing. You'll never hear a bad word about the last name Hornbuckle.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate
So,
it. We definitely appreciate it. We're gonna keep striving, keep
I know,
growing.
I know that's right. So one of the last things I have for you is just jump back to the league just for a second, or just basketball just for a second. Is there anybody in the game right now that reminds you of yourself?
Oh, it reminds me of myself. Uh, I'll probably say like so on a low key side, first person that comes to my mind is Jordan Horston. I said that same thing when she played at Tennessee, but she doing her thing in the league. You know,
Mm-hmm.
inside out, triple threat scorer, plays hard, good size, athletic. Um, who else would I say?
It can be
Mm.
in college too.
Oh, in college, Talasia Cooper. Look, I'm biased to Tennessee, but oh, it's like,
I
man,
see it. I
Koopy.
see it.
I'll
I
be
ain't
like,
lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. You're not lying.
hey, I just told her that the other day though. I said, all right, little buck.
Yeah.
All right, little buck.
You
Yeah,
know what the
I
problem
see
is?
her.
Is now when I see her next year, I'm just gonna be saying, "All right, little buck."
Yeah, do it. Do it. You need to make a post. Little buck in the
I'm
building.
definitely making a post next year. Next, the first highlight she has, I'm gonna be like, "They go little buck."
Yes. Yes. She be having me out my seat, man. But yeah, I think Talasia Cooper probably the closest thing that I see right now to my game.
Hmm.
As far as the league, everybody's so it's so unique, right?
Hmm.
Like, and the type of game that I had, yeah, I can get saucy on you, light on my feet, you know, finesse game. But mine was more like in your face, high
Lockdown.
energy,
Yeah.
lockdown, talk that. I wasn't liked for real on the court, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Highly respected, but I was not liked on the court.
At
So,
all.
I don't really see that. I mean, I see it. It's a lot of competitors out there like that now, but like just that particular
Yeah,
like defense, like yeah,
yeah,
nah,
yeah. Ain't nobody
nah,
clapping in
I don't
faces
see
no
that.
more like that. Nah, nah.
Yeah, I'm hitting the ground. You know, I smack the ground like,
Yeah, that's what I was about to
yeah,
say. Yeah, let me
like
get that.
I be hype. Well, I be out there crazy. They like, what's wrong with her? But
You are
but
a
yeah, so
mess,
I don't
man.
really see it in the league as much, just because you don't really see that hype. Let me get after it on the
Right.
defensive end. But the dog in them players, it's in there,
Oh, for
right? And you'll
sure.
see it in spurts on the defensive end, but you see it all the time on the offensive end, right?
Hmm.
Uh, I think we're starting to see a different level of leadership too. So I don't know. We'll see if Coop's game translates to in the pro level. She still
Hmm.
got a little buck in her. Or she evolved past something different, something
Yeah.
better.
I got I
I
got
told
I
her I
got faith
still
in her.
bust, huh?
I said I got faith in her. If I ever
Oh
get
yeah,
on it, if I ever get her on here, I would never, never talk to her about how why she went there instead of here. You know what I mean? Well, that's another story.
oh man, listen. She did the right thing. You hear me? She knew. She knew.
We gonna argue about that till the cows come home, ain't we?
You already know it, and I
But
might bring
like
them
I
home
said,
for you. I'm gonna bring them home for you so we can stop arguing. You hear me?
but like I said earlier, you as a player, I'm a fan. I have to defer to you.
Yeah, nah, that's all love, James. I appreciate it, man.
Most definitely. And the last thing I have for you is the last thing I have for everybody is I need an Alexis quote, something that you want the people to think about at the end of this episode.
Ooh, um, excellence isn't optional; it's trained.
That's a good one. I like that one. I'm gonna have to write that down on the board. But
Yeah, right there. Go ahead, because you're gonna forget.
no,
Oh no, you
actually,
got to record it. You can go. You can play it back. You can play it
yeah,
back. You can play it
I
back.
ain't gonna mess up my Texas stuff with these Tennessee words. How about that?
Hey, go ahead. Hey, make sure you use an orange Sharpie if you really want to be saucy with it. Orange and baby blue will work.
Nah, oh, you lucky. I misplaced my orange marker. I ain't gonna die. I ain't gonna do it. I had a real good Texas one I ordered on Amazon.
That's why you lost it, because it ain't real. It ain't the real
God
UT.
dang
You
it!
lost it.
Dang it! You're lucky.
I'm gonna have
I
to send you
forgot.
some Tennessee.
While I was sitting there getting ready,
I'm
I
gonna,
was like, "Oh man, what Texas can I throw on there?" And then I looked for my pen, and I looked up. I was like, "Oh, I got 2 minutes left. I ain't got time to look for it." But I'm gonna talk my
yeah, go
junk.
Lady Balls. Go Lady Balls, y'all. The real UT. Go Balls all day. You hear me? Yeah.
Most definitely. Well, thank you so much, Alexis Hornbuckle. This has been an amazing podcast. You are always welcome anytime. I love growing the game. I love the conversations. There's so much more to unpack. So anytime there's an open invitation for Alexis Hornbuckle on the pod.
I appreciate you, James. I definitely I enjoyed myself, so I definitely reach back out and when I'm in proper lighting.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to make sure that I hopped on, and we'll definitely have to run it back and get some more content. I'll be sure to be in Tennessee Orange for you.
There it is. There it is. I knew it was somewhere.
Oh, that's cute. What you got? One of them?
Huh?
What, how many championships is that behind that?
Hold on. This ain't. Hold on. Let's back up here. Hold on. Let me put my mic down for this one. This ain't basketball. Okay, we ain't gotta. We're not there yet. Okay, next year.
Okay.
But this is
Okay.
rowing.
Okay. All right.
This is rowing. This is rowing. This is the rowing championship.
Bro, hey, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. You know what? We should have a little competition.
What's that?
Because I put my rowing team against your rowing team. I put my track, my tennis, my volleyball, my softball. Y'all can't touch us.
We could do a friendly wager. We could do something friendly. Yeah, let's do it. You know what? We contact.
I can't. Yeah, it gotta be friendly because I can't bet.
Oh,
But
most definitely. I
yeah,
wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, most definitely a friendly
yeah.
wager.
So yeah, friendly wager. We're gonna have to count them up. And I'm sorry. Let me just tell you that ahead of time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry for how you finna feel. You feel me?
You gonna make me send you a Texas shirt to put on.
Okay. That can be the wager. Whoever got the least amount gotta wear the other person. You gotta wear the other person. You gotta
Are we doing
Texas.
are we doing the head-to-head record, or are we doing straight whoever got the most championships at the end of the season?
We're going championships.
Oh, that's what we talk about then.
So you want me to be like, oh, we almost made it because we did good in regular season.
Oh,
Nah, we talking chips.
You ain't said nothing but a word, girl. You ain't said nothing but a word.
We talking chips. I want you to do your research on Tennessee sports, athletics as a whole. You better do your research.
Y'all are nice. Now y'all are nice. I ain't even gonna front. Baseball, y'all got that. Y'all got that.
Hey, listen, but you know what's crazy though? This past 2 years, Danny White, man, and all the coaching staff for all Tennessee athletics have been on point. We breaking records, setting records, winning championships. And I mean, in all sport, bro. I didn't even know that we had like a rugby team, bro. Bro, we are winning.
Starting June 1st. We're starting June 1st, and we're going to all a full year Junes. Until June 26th, we're gonna have this friendly wager going.
Say less. Say less.
I'm gonna send you some Texas gear, and when you guys lose, I want to see it on there, and we're posting it on the pod.
Man, say less. Say less.
And hopefully Tennessee. But if they do happen to, I will absolutely put on that fake orange.
Look, I'm talking big yak. I need to go do my research too, bro. Like, you right. Yeah, we're gonna figure this out though. Count them up. All right. Hey, listen, UT athletes, I need y'all to get on it. We need championships. We need chips on tops of chips on tops of chips. You gotta be hungry.
You mentioned UT, but you talking about us. You should be talking about the other UT.
No, I'm talking the one, the one that set the standard for the SEC, not the one that, not the one that just jumped on the bandwagon. You know how the real ones do. We move and then people follow us. They come to us. We ain't gotta do nothing.
This is the third time I'm saying this. The last time I'm saying for the pod. You was a player. I'm a fan. I gotta defer to you.
Listen, I ain't speaking nothing but facts, bro, James. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's all love. It's all. Hey, I will say, University of Texas facilities, though, one of my favorite places to work out. Like I've worked out at their Olympic facility. Yeah, one of my favorite places to work out for sure.
And you do that. I'm gonna go ahead and say that you guys have one of the richest histories of all time, for sure. For sure.
Salute, bro. See, we can get along.
Well, this has been an amazing podcast. Thank you so much, Alexis Hornbuckle, for jumping on. We appreciate you and look forward for the time in the future.
Absolutely, James. Thanks for having me, bro. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Get it twisted, it's a movie, we pop out your ass in trouble. Yeah, and when you take a pic, I like the way you pose a special way. Can't deal with petty shit, I never let drama get in the way. And you can't deal with none of your problems, cause you rather run away. It hurts the most when your family tend to be your biggest pain.